Alright, so in the past video we went ahead and we deleted the posts in here. Now I want to go ahead and I want to show you how can we update the posts. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this. So the starting point of everything is actually the routes. So let's go to this. So I'm gonna go to app config and then I'm gonna access the routes in here. So I just want first some kind of form that will allow me to show the data that I want to update. All right, we actually create a new post in here because we don't have one. So if we go, if we go first post like this, and if we just grab some content, all right, so post inserted. So I'm just gonna go back in here. All right, so here's actually our post. So we want, if we click on the edit button in here, it will get us to a form, and this form will have the content right there, right? The values right there in the inputs. And then we are gonna update the form, and then we're gonna submit it. That's basically it. All right, so let's go ahead and do this. So I wanna pick that up. I wanna go in there, go update posts, and let's simply paste that in. So this route will be a type of get, and this will be edit dash post. And of course we're gonna have a parameter in here because we need to send in the ID, so we will know which post values that we're trying to grab. All right, I'm also gonna go in here and change the function to edit posts, and also the part in here to edit dot posts. All right, so save this. Let's now create the function. So I'm gonna go to app, I'm gonna go to controller. So let's go to our controller in here. So I'm going to paste that in. I want to pick this up. I'm going to paste this in. So this function allows us to simply go to a view like that. Right. So I want to paste this in here, and I want to send in the ID. All right, and I want to grab the data that's related to this ID in here. So we want to check first if we have an ID, if we have a post with this ID or not. So we're gonna go single. Well, we're actually gonna go blog first, and we're gonna instantiate the blog template, the blog model in here, and then I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna create a single post variable, and then I'm gonna grab the data. So I'm gonna go to my blog object, and then I'm gonna use the find function in here, which will allow me to find a record by its primary key, which in this case it's the ID. And right after this, if I found a single post in here, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna return to a view. All right, so right after, once we're going to this view, or since we're going to this view, let's send in the data, because we want to show the user the data that he's trying to update for this post. All right, so I want to send in the single post like that, the single post in here. All right, so save everything now. This is actually an edit dash posts view. I want to copy this. I want to go to the views. I want to go to the blog in here. I'm gonna paste this in and simply save like that. So the edit dash post is going to be very similar to the create dash post. So let me copy all of this and paste. All right, so right in here, I'm just gonna go update post like that. And right in here, let's for now just remove the part for the action. We're gonna update this later. And in here, I just wanna allow the user to see the data that he's trying to update. All right, so I'm gonna go right in here and simply put in the view. Since we already sent in the single post array, now we can grab the data in here as simply keys. All right, the data, which is the columns inside the table, and here we need to send in the title. All right, so yeah, let's also copy this, and we want to see the content. And to see the content, we need to send it in right in here. All right, so let's paste this in like that, and let's have this in content, and let's save. And actually change this to update instead of save. All right, and save this like that. And I want to go to my index in here, and I want to link to this route at this part. All right, instead of update.php, I'm gonna go right in there and just go edit dot posts. All right, I'm gonna send in the ID. this is simply the route name that's right in here. All right, so let's now save this whole thing. Let's go ahead and refresh in here. So if I hover over this, you can see down at the bottom that it's going to slash edit dash posts and simply slash and the dynamic parameter or ID. All right, so if I click this, so it's gonna go to this view in here, right? Update posts, and we have the title and the content of the post. All right, so great. So this is the first part. The second part is actually simply submitting the data. So I want to copy this link and I want to paste it right in here. So the route is going to be a type of post because we're going to submit data to the database through a form. And right in here, I want to change the route. So I'm going to make the route so it will be edit dash post like that. And of course, I'm gonna copy this part because we need some kind of ID. We need to know which post that we're trying to update or edit. And we can keep both of those the same, just like the part right here for submitting the form, all right? But this part, of course, we need to change this. So I'm just gonna keep it update posts. I'm gonna add this part so we'll let this function know that we're sending some kind of ID, all right? So I'm gonna go right in there and go update dot posts. Now let's create this function. Let's paste this in like that. So this is going to be really similar to creating new posts. So I'm just gonna copy the store posts function. Let's cut this and let's paste it right in here. Let's send in the ID. All right, then I'm gonna go right above this part in here. So we want to instantiate the blog model in here. I'm gonna go single post. Let's check if we have the post first or not. All right, based on the parameter. So I'm gonna go blog. I'm gonna simply go find and then send in the ID that's coming in. All right, so if we found the post in here, let's go ahead and just process the rest of the logic. All right, so yeah. All right, so I want to actually add a semicolon right there because this is displaying error in here. All right, so right after we found the post, now let's grab the data from the form. So we will create our data. It's already created for us. Which is our data array. We're gonna grab the data that's coming from the input with the name title, and then grab the data with the name, from the input with the name content. All right, and these are simply the columns inside the table. And then we're going to go ahead and save the data like that. Actually, not save. Now we want to use the update in here, and the update function will take in the ID, which is simply coming from single post array, and we will have the ID right in here. All right, and we want to send in the data that's going to be updated, which is the data coming from the form. And right after this, we're going to go simply and display some kind of message, all right, instead of this text. All right, so I want to go and I want to copy both of those in here. I want to go right in here and simply paste those in. All right, so we're gonna go and put in a key for this. It's going to be update. So the post right here, it's going to be updated. Right, post updated successfully like that, and return redirect to we're gonna head back to the index page. Right, save all of this. Let's go to edit dash posts. Now we want to send in the action, which is simply the link for updating. So I want to go URL to, and this is simply posts dot update. All right, and I want to simply send in the ID right there. All right, otherwise this will not work. So I want to go single post and then ID like that. All right, so I'm guessing that this part right here is over. What we need to just do next is copy this part, and we need to display the flash message, and this is simply going to be, I'm going to remove both of those in here and just go update like that. All right, save everything in here. Let's go ahead right in here and simply refresh this. All right, so the route posts dot update cannot be found. So we got the name of the route wrong. All right, so it's update dot posts. Let's go back in here. All right, save. Let's now go ahead and refresh. All right, so as you can see in here, let's simply go in here and simply, instead of first post, we're gonna go second post. Like that, and simply click update like that. All right, so post updated successfully in here, and here it is, second post. So it's actually updated. So if we click this now, as you can see in here, second post. So yeah, it's working perfectly, and you can of course update the content if you want to. All right, so simply I can make this I can make this content a little bigger in here. I want to copy the text and I want to paste it in and simply click update. So as you can see, now the content is a little bigger. All right, so if I actually click this, so as you can see, the content is actually bigger in here. All right, so yeah, this is basically it for the update. So I want to just finish this up by simply changing the flash message for also storing new posts. So I want to go right in here. I want to copy those, and I want to go right in here at the store posts. I want to simply paste those in, and I want to go ahead in here and simply go store like that, and or actually create. Right, it does not matter. Simply, it's just a choice of vocabulary. So save this like that, and I want to go to the index. I want to simply copy this. I want to paste it right at the top. All right. I want to simply add in the keyword that I just added, so it will grab the right flash message. So now save. If we click now create new post, so I'm gonna go third post like that. I want to simply go ahead and copy this part and paste. So if we click save, as you can see, the third post right in here. And also if we click this, you can see that our new post is right in there. And of course, you can edit this if you want to. All right, so this is it for this video, and I will see you in the next one.